Hello everyone, my name is Jesse. This is The Auditorium. I like to react to video game music, and so does my friend Nick here.
What's up?
Special guest. Well, I mean, I've been a musician for over half my life. How long have you been a musician, if you know?
God,
On the spot.
20 years?
Okay, yeah, so we're both, how do I say, we're both a little nerdy when it comes to music, and especially VGM, and today's no different. This is a Patreon request for both darsovit and redblaze27. This is, I'm gonna butcher this, Hic Svnt Leonis, aka Hesperos theme from Final Fantasy XIV. So I'm excited. I'm probably butchered that name. Let's go. Is this your first? No, this isn't your first time checking out 14, is it? Or at least properly?
Yeah, properly, yeah.
Okay. You've only heard like stuff on my channel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's exciting. So first time for me, really first time for him. So let's go. Boss battle. Sorry, I dropped my pen. Like distorted vocals, kind of.
Our radio coming in.
It's definitely more upbeat. Been like 3 genres so far. Some Cradle of Filth. Kind of reminds me of Muse. first time I heard that bass line.
Like some like 2006 Dream Theater stuff, like Change of Seasons.
Yeah, that kind of vocal range. It's a little all over the place.
There's one Dream Theater album where like the vocals just sound like this the entire time.
With the filter?
Yeah. Definitely sounds like this could have been all Dreamtown.
I think that's a bell. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Or at least trying to sound like a bell. I mean, there's very gothic vibes if you look at the setting. And the guy looks kind of like a vampire too, so. And then this. I've been trying to hear the loop, but I don't know when it is. I wonder if they were trying to get the vocals to be like if he's singing it. You know, he's got that kind of vibe to him.
It's almost more like the vocals are there for ambience.
Yeah, they're like in the back. They're kind of mixed with everything else. I would say the drums stick out the most.
There's some part of the motif or the melody that keeps reminding me of like a Beatles song, and I can't put my finger on which one it is.
Beatles, huh? Now I'm curious. I've heard like 5 bands so far. I've heard like The Offspring,
Some like
Cradlefield,
some Crush 40 influence in there.
yeah. This sounds like music I would hear like in an arcade or something, or like bowling screen music. Strike! I like this. I like the really subtle guitar in the background. Seems like subtlety is
This part is the thing that sounds like the Beatles.
the bass line.
Yeah.
Oh damn, that crept up. It's crazy how time flies. Like that was 9 minutes. Okay, Hespero's theme. Clearly that was the boss. So. Let me think.
It's definitely got like a. Yeah, I couldn't quite like. Because normally when you think of like boss music, it's just like very in the zone, and in a way that was where it's just like it kind of. I guess it's because there's more than one person playing, right? So like if you're used to playing games, or just like you by yourself, like it's very in the zone. But in this case, it's just like you have all these different things going on because playing wise, it's like you and whoever else, and you're all like
all these
in
people.
this like big. this big like set of events all going down, and it's all very like orchestrated. You think of like any movie you've ever watched where like all the good guys like show up at the end to like fight the bad guys, and it's just like a whole yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely like on the happier sounding side from what I've heard so far. But there's really like no rules with this game, it seems. Like I've heard now like, I don't know, a bunch. And they're just all so different, and it seems as though boss wise they're very theme centric on the boss. So to me it sounded like maybe it was supposed to be him singing it or something like that. And everything was mixed kind of like ambiently. Is that a word? Ambient, I guess. You know, like nothing was like up front and center. It was just kind of floating, I guess. There wasn't many phases either. It just seemed like one. I don't know. It was kind of all over the place. It was a little somewhat hard to follow, but so simple at the same time. If that makes any sense? Probably not.
Yeah, there was a lot to digest in that.
Yeah. So
it's very epic.
Yeah.
But like not in like a big like not in an operatic epic way, but like that emotional epic like getting to your sweat and tears and blood, sweat and tears like moment of just like okay, like everything that's led us up to this point, and it's like now we got to take down this boss, and it's like you hear everything happening, like everything's. It would seem like I would expect to hear different parts of that music in different places leading up to this, and then when you get to this, they're all like.
I see what you mean. I think they do that sometimes, but this is an MMO, so I could see that happening. I don't know exactly how it works, but as you see, there's like 20 people there, probably more. It seemed more on the. This is the second time I've said this for a 14 song. It seemed more just kind of like ambient, I guess, as opposed to like sticking out. Not really saying it was like bad. It just. How do I say this without sounding like rude? I guess it just didn't like. I don't know. Wasn't that memorable to me? I don't know how else to put that. For you, it was your first experience.
Yeah.
I mean, so was it for me, but.
No, I get the not memorable thing, which is like it's appropriate because you don't want to have something stick out too much if you're trying to focus on like a task at hand.
And they can't all stick out. That's like impossible. You know, there's over 500 songs in this game.
Like cutscene stuff and cinematic stuff and like intros and credit songs, like those can all be very like involved, with like one instrument or a singer being up front. But something like this, it's like it has to all kind of be just like environmental. So this music just adds more to the environment, and it's that's what makes it such an interesting like dichotomy. It's like on the one hand you have all these instruments happening, and you get the guitar doing like lead stuff and the vocals, but it's like it has to all be kind of like mixed in a way that the main thing that you're focusing on is actually like what you're doing in the game.
What I will like give it is that it definitely fit the based on what he looked like, and then the setting, which kind of looked like sort of cathedral-like. That was there, you know. They had the choir part,
the organs.
Yeah, the organs, of course, and I think the bell thing. So setting-wise, it was pretty good. But what I said earlier about like not memorable, I guess I don't know. I feel like if you asked me what that song sounded like tomorrow, I probably couldn't tell you. I don't know. What's your first impression with 14? Proper impression. I can tell you right now that all these songs are so different. So.
It's a nice blend of just everything.
Everything.
Yeah, I'm just like
90s, 2000s, 80s, modern. It was just kind of all over the place.
Yeah, because even for like a lot of the game music and non-game music that I listen to, it's like I tend to listen to stuff that's very focused on like this sound or that sound, and this is like a nice like hearing all different kinds of things coming together, which isn't just a game thing, because there are like there's this one artist that I listen to named Garnadelia. It's a girl and a guy. It's a Japanese like pop duo, but if you listen like so they kind of do that, like it's like there's like rock and electronic music and everything kind of blended into it to each other, and it's very different from what you would like hear from, you know, if this game were made completely over here in the US, like it might just be like more rock focused or more opera focused, but in these cases it's just like they kind of like blur the lines of like what you're listening to, and it fits very much with like the themes of the game, how there's like all different kinds of like the way the characters are dressed and the settings and the things that exist in that universe. They're just like a whole giant massive universe all blended together.
It's funny you say that because ironically I had like kind of an epiphany not too long ago with another reaction I did. I forgot which one it was, but I'll put it here. That one, I was like in my own thoughts and I was just blurting words, and it struck me. I'm like, fantasy, Final Fantasy. I'm like, literally everything in this world is like possible. So when you said that, it just kind of reminded me of that, just like all these things in our head that are possible to just kind of throw them into this like pot.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I literally heard so many genres, and I don't know.
I guess if there was if somebody were to like try to describe, if somebody walked up here on the street and was like, what does fantasy music sound like what would be, you know?
This, I guess. Yeah, that's a hard question. How would you guys answer that? I don't know. I would draw a blank. Actually, now that you say that, I think my default now, just because the name, would probably just be like, well, actually, Final Fantasy music, because it's kind of like whatever you can imagine, it seems, because not 1-2 songs sound the same. I'd never know what genre's coming. In this case, there were like 4. So
It's outside of like being defined in genres.
Genreless. Its genre is no genre. I did notice one little...
It's like the white question mark flavor Airhead candy.
Mystery flavor. Yeah,
it's like...
That's a good way to put it.
This is like mystery flavor music. Like, it's just like...
No, that's a good way to put it, because like most OSTs are pretty much one genre, more or less, but not this game at all. You know, it'll go from like folk and like polka to this to metal to... Not all of them have lyrics either. This one had lyrics, and I wasn't reading them, but... Which reminds me, the whole like central theme was that radio effect.
Yeah. I'm just imagining like how are they coming up with this? It's just like they go in the studio and they get some guy and they're like, hey, could you it's like what are you writing for the game that we're developing? Like is it more rock? Is it more like
yes,
like classical stuff? Yes.
Like, yeah, it's the running joke on this. What is this? Yes. Apparently this is I didn't look up the composer, but most of these songs are from a guy named Masayoshi Soken. And apparently there's like over 500 something songs in this game, and it had like a Guinness World Record at some point. I think it got beat already by some other game. That's a lot of music, dude. Like, I don't even know if I've written 500 riffs in my life, let alone 500 songs. So, I mean, I got to kind of give it up for that. That's a lot in one game, mind you. Not just Final Fantasy. That's just this one, 14.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's still...
Yeah. So that's ambient music, walking, bosses, boss phases. Like, that's kind of overwhelmingly like, what the hell? I can't do that. And most of it is one guy. So, pretty cool though. No complaints. Just being honest. Not gonna remember it anytime soon. The only thing that'll like stick out to me was like the radio effect vocals and like how everything seemed kind of like spread out. I guess nothing really seemed centralized. But that's just me. Do you agree?
Yeah, no, that's the best way to put it, I think.
It's a concoction of noises. So, with that being said, thank you for the request. There's a dog barking outside, so I have to hurry up. I hate that dog. If you would like to get a request in, you could do so on Patreon or PayPal. They're not necessary, but they guarantee that I will check out your song. There's still many 14 songs coming. Actually, a lot of Final Fantasy in general. And there is currently over 600 requests in the queue. Yeah. Yeah, you remember when I was telling you about it and there was like 200 and then 300. He's been there since the beginning, so
Oh yeah.
he's seen the growth. And anywho, but those are the guaranteed ways to check him out. Not necessary, but again, and I appreciate all the supporters that let this happen. Come join the Discord if you want to talk to me or him. He's in there too. He goes by Waffle Science in there, so if you want to see who that is. I think we're all good here. On to the next one. We have to go check out some Blaze Blue. I'm excited. So until next time, I will see you dudes and dudettes later. This is Nick. I'm Jesse.
Late.